It's hard work, y'all. This is not easy. That we tend to get bees and stuff flying around. I just want to be a better person. And the only way to achieve that is by growing, right? Growing through things. Welcome back to another episode of Mindset Monday. My name is Bridget Rooks and I'm your host, recording live in the Creative Vibe Studios. Listen, this week's episode, we are going into week 2 of the Better Me Challenge. Yes, I made it up. It's all mine. And if you'd like to join in, it could be yours too. Listen, we are taking advantage of getting older, developing a growth mindset, and what it means to be prepared for all the changes and the things that we need to do to be the best versions of ourselves. So come with me as we talk about growth, transition, and things we can do today to just embrace our growth and where we are in this journey. So raise your hand if you are ready for this summer, because yes, Mother Nature has turned the heat on and it is time for us to start really digging deep and growing. So, can you believe it's time for another Mindset Monday? The week has gone. It's time for a new week. We are officially in this new month, and I've been thinking and feeling all of the pulls and restraints that come with growth, right? This is going on week 2 now that you'll see that I've been trying to just be a better me and transform my mindset, my body, and just my being. I just want to be a better person. I want to be in a better place mentally, physically, and spiritually throughout this lifetime. And the only way to achieve that is by growing, right? Growing through things. Times get hard, and this challenge of exercising and journaling and getting your thoughts out and prayer and connecting and being purposeful, it's hard work, y'all. This is not easy. And no matter how things look on the outside, it really matters what's going on the inside. And that's what I want you to focus on this week as we talk about how you can prepare yourself for change, right? Especially if you don't know what's going to happen next, right? A lot of us are preparing or continuing on a cycle because it's safe, it's comfortable, and we know what to expect, right? You get up, you go to work, you take care of your family, you get up, you go to work, you take care of your family, and you plan events here and there to live a fulfillment in your life, and that's okay. But what if you want more? What if you want more? What if you have achieved so many good things and maybe you're in your 50s like me? 51. This is my year of 51 and I have done some really great things. Have they all turned out the way that I've wanted them to? No. I'd have to say no. But I have achieved some great things that I'm super proud of. And I find myself beating myself up because they aren't fully the vision that I originally believed them to be, right? Going to work in retail, being a mother, single mom, right? Still not being married, and the pressure that comes with living and doing life on your own. Starting a business, being an entrepreneur, all the ups and downs it takes to maintain a business as a single person. Talk about mental strain, talk about financial strain, talk about just not knowing and understanding the whys, right? If you are a 70s baby like I am, you probably know that you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to have a family, all these supposed tos, that we tend to get bees and stuff flying around. We tend to get locked into what you're supposed to do and not focusing on what you want to do and what your purpose is and what you are happy doing, right? So I think that today's episode, I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I've been doing to find out what that purpose is, right? I've done the things. I've written the book, right? I've started the business, right? I have the podcast. I am stepping out, learning technology and helping others to learn technology, to live their life on purpose. And I'm feeling that it's time for more. So how do we get more in our life, right? How do we manifest this? And together, I'm hoping that if you're watching this and you're feeling the same type of want and need for more, that you will join me on this journey to just have more in our life, more passion, more happiness, more joy, more peace, more success, and more of your better person, more of you, right? How do we get to have more of ourselves and share ourselves equally, or maybe even selfishly, with ourselves, to get out there and share our gifts and our talents with the world without feeling the need to be compensated or to have this status quo of being successful. Why can't we just be happy and free, right? Because we have to live and pay bills. Come on, I know. But on top of that can we do to maintain a mental stability that gives us a peace of mind that we're doing good, that we feel good, and that life is better because we are taking care of ourselves, right? So let's grow something. I've been working on some things that I want to really just repot. I have propagated some pothos last year, and they've kind of just been in water doing their thing because I've been mentally not here. And I think it's time to pay some attention to their roots, see how things are growing, and how I can put them together to become something better, right? And I hope that this challenges you to do something similar, not necessarily get in your garden like I am, my parents' garden, I should say, and find your happy place, but to put time and effort into doing something that will provide you peace of mind and inspiration and motivation to be the best version of yourself. So being creative and doing things with my hands, if it's painting or building or planting, I am all about it. It really is my happy place because I feel like it gives me time to just disconnect from worries and anxiety or any type of other feelings, because it's hard sometimes when you are trying to embrace your personal growth and realizing that you're 50 and you're not young anymore, and you're only as young as you feel, right? But I want to feel really good and I want to feel mentally good. So getting back to all of these sticky notes here that I left for my mom and dad when I was out of town make me happy too that they are actually still here. So I bought this propagation, I don't even know if that's right, this bottle situation to do propagation with any type of plants, probably last summer, maybe this time last summer. So these have been since changed out. So this is my second round of growing and clipping from this plant that I've had for probably like 3 years. I love this baby. She's my joy. And I have just been pulling pieces from her, and this is one that I did propagate and then plant, and it's been doing okay. So I kind of want to add it with others so that they can become a better version of themselves. So I'm going to take this one out to the garage too and put it with these clippings so that they can start to grow together. I have little plant babies all over. So this one I actually has been doing really good here in the bathroom, and with that sunlight coming in, it's just perfect for growing these plants. This one I'm going to leave alone. Look how pretty she is. So I propagated those clippings and then put them in that pot. And this one is one of my favorites. Look how pretty. So this I got also, I think I got this at Old Time Pottery, this stand, and it is just like perfect. So I'm going to bring it down, but I think I love it too much to disturb it and put it in with this grouping. So we're going to just see how this goes. One thing that I really wanted to talk about today while we do some propagating and some repotting is how can we unlock our full potential, right? So I pulled these pieces and clippings from one large plant and pulling them, separating them, letting them grow their own roots and lay their foundation has really got me to thinking about how we have to break free from old stinking thinking, as I like to say, create new habits and routines of our own, and then maybe it's time to come together and partner back with people that we know, like, and trust and grow into something bigger. So as an entrepreneur, this really resonated with me, but also as a female single in your 50s, I have a grown daughter, so it's hard to live in this life without embracing your personal growth, right? You can get seriously lost in yourself if you don't take time to lay your foundation, to regather your roots, right? And put them in fresh ground and start watering and taking care of yourself. So I thought it was really important to talk about how we can do this, right? It's not easy. Like every day, it's a struggle for me. I suffer from overthinking and having anxiety and coming from a roller coaster ride of depression where I know when those bad thoughts sneak in, how to get rid of them, but it doesn't happen right away, right? This is something that I have to work hard at. So taking time today to do these plants has really been helpful because my heart and my mind have been heavy the last couple of days. And, that's how life is. So especially when you're intentionally trying to change and cultivate a growth mindset, you are put under pressure. And sometimes that pressure is something that you put on yourself. And I hope that this will inspire you to, really start thinking about how you can put some pressure on yourself and gather your roots and see how much you've grown from where you started to where you're going. And then think about where you want to be, right? But something I want to encourage you to do, that this is me talking to myself too, is not focus so much on the future and the things that you can't control, but taking care of what you can take care of by looking at what you have and where you already are and the things you've achieved and celebrating those things and nurturing it. And that's what we're going to do. So I really just was amazed about how differently these were growing in different places, and just looking at the roots and seeing how much they have grown and how beautiful they are. So I was cleaning out the water here and going to decide if I was going to clip some more. And I really wanted to just see what I could do with what I have, and then we'll see about possibly recreating something else. A couple of things that I wanted to share while doing this is that we have to believe in the potential to continue to learn and develop. Being 50, being 60, being 40, however old you are listening to this, you can continue to grow and life continues on, and you have to pursue new goals, acquire new skills, and explore different passions to find out what works for you. And look at this. Okay, so I was just talking and thinking at the same time, but I wanted to share how this one has so many new, this is extremely new right from the root branch of this plant. And I was just amazed by that because some of the top part of that was not really growing that much. Look at this one. So the part on the right here is pretty much doesn't have any leaves on, but it produced a whole new branch with new leaves and that are full of vibrant life. And I've just loved that. So it just made me super happy. These weren't as successful. There's not a lot of roots, but they're still growing. So I think I might put those back into some water and see what happens with them. But this one was doing really good as well. So, pay attention to the growth that you have, to be aware of what is happening and what the potential is. Sometimes things are happening behind the scenes and we just don't know. And you look up and you're like, wow, look how much I've grown. And you have to recognize that the challenges and setbacks are just opportunities for growth, to see how far you can grow. And you have to realize that these are just stepping stones. So I'm telling you this and telling myself this because I think together we can really just support one another and look at life differently. Because if we focus on all the challenges, then it's hard on ourselves mentally. And that's how you can become really complacent and just settle. And I don't want you to settle, because we're not settling. This is a better me challenge, and we're going to be better for ourselves and for the futures. Talking about growth and transformation and moving and being uncomfortable, it's hard. And at the end of the day, it all works out to be something beautiful. So the end result and the blessings are what we have to stay focused on, so that the twisting and the turning don't get us off track, right? It's okay to be upset about being stuck in the mud, or like it's too crowded in here, or all of the feelings that happen when you're in transition. But as we go into this next week, I want your mindset to be set on growth and being uncomfortable, and most importantly, being uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. Does that make sense? Like, we don't want to be like, okay, I've got this and it's good. It feels bad. It's okay that it sucks. It's okay that you don't know where you're going or what you're going to do or how things are going to turn out. And that's okay. So start being uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, and sit in the moment and be in it and grow through it. And then on the other side, we'll see what happens next. But keep the faith, stay strong, and remember to always, always, always go be great.